Hey guys, welcome to my video. So this is the last and final video for the Game Pass, which is for Vampire Legacies. Esther Mikaelson is the last one because you guys know you always save the best for last. Esther has a lot of basic spells, but she also has many unique spells, including one which is new. Um, I'm gonna show it to you later on in the video. But first, let's get into this first spell, which is a pentagram that you can cast, and it turns any person who touches it to ash. It does not work on witches, so I cannot. I can cast the spells just so you guys can see what it looks like, but it's not going to do any harm to me or Nyla because we are witches and it doesn't turn us to instant ash. But werewolves, vampires, I'm not really sure about them. But humans definitely it'll turn them to ash. So let's skip that one from now and let's go on to the next spell. Now this spell here on the left is a spell that can turn anyone into an original vampire. This spell can only be casted on one person and it could be casted only once. And in order for another person to become an original vampire, the one that was created has to die. So yeah, that's that. We're gonna save this spell for the end of the video because this is one of her best spells and it's kind of fun to play around with, to see like the really awesome Game Pass witches becoming original vampires. Like, it's kind of odd if you understand what I'm saying. Now this spell here on the right is the reverse spell to a lichen spell. And a lichen spell is basically it's a spell for a werewolf. This is the reverse spell, which allows them to turn back into a human. The lichen spell actually keeps the werewolf as a wolf, and it doesn't allow them to turn back until the person who cast it lifts it off of them. So yeah, maybe we'll try that out at the end of the video. I'm not sure, but we will do that. I'm not sure. If we have time, we'll do that, but we also need to make time for the extravagant spell that Esther has. So moving on, this spell here on the left creates a moonlight ring for a werewolf. Now the moonlight ring kind of works like a daylight ring for a werewolf. Like, for a vampire, the daylight ring keeps them from burning in the sun, but the moonlight ring, it helps the werewolf with their transformations. Like, if they want to become a wolf, they can turn into the wolf at will. They can do what they want. They could turn when they want to, but without it, they'll just turn when the moon is out. So yeah. Now this spell here on the left is a spell that you can use to create a silver dagger against the original vampires. So if we have time at the end of the video, I will do this spell just to show you guys what can happen. So I will turn Nyla into an original and then gather all the ingredients to make this silver dagger and dagger Nyla and see what happens. So yeah. Now, these two spells are my most favorite spells. So the first one is Mortis Corpus. And it's basically you lift your target in the air and then you fling them across the map with the I'm gonna say this wrong, telekinetic launch button right here on the screen. So yeah. So let's try it on Nyla, shall we? Okay. Sometimes it doesn't work and you have to say it a second time, but hopefully this works. Okay, let's say it again. Okay, it worked. It definitely worked. I don't know where Nyla ended up. Okay, I see her over there. So I'm gonna wait for her to come back to me. This spell basically launches the person across the map. So yeah. It basically launches them across the map. So like it's a great defense mechanism. So yeah. Now that second one is a spell that cancel a witch's magic for at least 2 minutes. So we're gonna try it. Okay, so Nyla's spells, well, magic should be gone. So she's gonna try and cast a spell. So it basically temporarily disables a witch's magic, which is cool. So moving on. Okay, so this C spell here breaks the shackles off of a witch's hands. So this spell can only be used when someone has shackles on. And the only person to put shackles on a witch is Alaric Saltzman. So maybe I'll do a separate video on that. I'll do a second video on that just to show you guys what that's like. Because I actually have Alaric Saltzman. He is a human and vampire hunter. So yeah, he has all the gadgets he needs to catch a vampire. So I will do a separate video on him. Now, of course, you guys know these two basic spells, Invisic and Ad Sonum. The sleeping spell and the invisibility spell, I should not have to do that. Should not have to explain that one. Now, all the witches have this spell here. All of the witches have these spells. So these are basic spells. And of course, we have the heart ripping spell. Not all witches have this spell. Certain witches do. Certain powerful witches have this spell. So yeah. Now here comes the fun part. The spell on the left is actually Esther's new spell. It's a blood curse and it desiccates any vampire and deals immense pain. So this actually can kill Nyla instantly when I cast it. So we're going to cast this spell on Nyla. Okay. I'm gonna rotate my screen. Oh wait, never mind. I know how to rotate my screen. So yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not this spell. This is the heart ripping spell. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my phone a little bit just so I could click the letter D, and then I'm going to turn it back. Now this spell can kill Nyla instantly. So this is a blood curse. So watch what happens when I cast it on her. See how quickly that kills her? That is a very powerful spell. It's actually new to to Esther. Esther doesn't even have that spell. Didn't even have that spell before. And now she has it. So that's extremely cool. And hopefully Esther gets more spells in the future. I'm praying that she does. Because there's a lot of things in the show that shows Esther is a very powerful witch. And for those of you who don't know, Esther is actually Hope's grandma. She is the reason why Hope has her witch gene, because it comes from Esther. Because Esther is her father's mom. So yeah. I will do an updated video with Hope because she has a new future. So I will be willing to do like a full video on that. And if you guys want to see stuff about Alaric Saltzman, who is basically Dark Josie and Lizzie Saltzman's dad. So if you guys want to see that, don't hesitate to ask. I will provide the video so you guys can be able to see what amazing features they have. Hope's was actually a big one. I was surprised that they updated that. Well, they changed that. So, yeah. But anyways, let's move on to what else Esther has in store for us. And then we can move on to the spells that we did not do. Which is the original vampire spell and the, and if we have time, we could do the lichen spell. So who is that spell that we just did? Okay, that was actually the last spell. So we're going to go ahead and change Nyla into an original vampire. And we're going to go gather the ingredients to actually dagger her. So we're going to give this spell, this potion to Nyla to drink. And she's going to change into an original vampire. And as she did, now original vampires have daylight rings. So for an original vampire, nothing can kill them besides the white oak stake. So let me gather the ingredients that I need to make the dagger. And first, in order to get the white oak ash, you have to do a series of quests. So I have more than enough to get three stakes that I need. To get the white oak ash, you need to come talk to this guy up here. So this guy here next to the motorcycle, you need to talk to him to get the white oak ash. You have to do what he asks. So we're just gonna listen to what he's saying. Okay, so we need to run down here to the weapons shop where you can get the three, I think they cost 160 mystic coins. So if you have that amount of coins, you can easily just buy them. But as you can see how many mystic coins I have down here. I have 2,486 coins. So I basically have enough to buy 3 of these. So I'm going to try. I probably have to get a little bit closer. Okay, so I have 3 of these sticks. Now I just need to get the white oak ash and from this guy, and then I have to go find the narvel plant, and then okay, so I have the ingredients. Now I just need to go look around for a black plant, which is basically the narvel, and it's highly toxic if you eat it. It'll bring your health down, so yeah, don't eat that plant. And I believe this is the plant right here. So to be exactly sure, I'm gonna go run down here to the herbal shop here, which is right here. And I'm going to talk to the lady to see if this is exactly the plant I was looking for. Yes, it is. So now I can make the silver dagger, and I can show you exactly what happens when you dagger a original vampire. Like, I'm gonna describe it before you see it. So it basically, once you dagger them, it keeps them dead until you take it out. So I think Niklaus has a dagger, and so does Cole. So you get daggered as an original vampire. Okay, let's go ahead and make this this dagger. Okay, here we go. Here it is. There's the silver dagger. Now watch what happens when you dagger an original. It keeps them dead until you take it out. It does not damage their health or anything.